Okay, everybody, welcome to a Sunday night live stream. So, we are about a minute late, but hey, we're in. Had to get a couple things done. We were finishing up on a few of our recordings that we're looking at to get out this week. Working on a couple levels that I wanted to get knocked out today. I hope everybody's having a relaxed Sunday. Just kind of taking it easy, getting some content done. I know, talking to a few of my alliance mates, I know finals are getting wrapped up for some people. Quite a bit going on. One of the nice things about being in off season of war right now is it does give us a little less to have to worry about being on top of at the moment. We are in the last day of Alliance Quest for the week, so make sure if you haven't that you're getting in there and checking on that for your Alliance mates. Everybody wants to be pulling their weight. Everybody wants to make sure that we're doing the most to get your rewards. One of the things that I got pointed out to me today that I'm not for sure if I missed the announcement on, or if this is something that just kind of slipped past me, or what. But there is a new button in Arena, the Express Mode button that is tied to your sigil. When I went to look at the sigil shop, of course, mine is expiring tomorrow, and I will let it expire tomorrow and roll out all the way until Mother's Day weekend. Actually, next weekend, I'll repurchase it on that following Sunday, because I can go a week without it and still not miss a single bit of the deals or anything else. Collect everything in the black ISO before it expires, and then collect it right again before the week turns over, and I get the most benefit out of it. But I took a look, and at the bottom here, there is this advance through Arena screens faster button. Kind of wonder, and I think we're going to talk about this a little bit tonight. Like I said, did I miss an announcement? I also see this could be one of the biggest spend advantages that there's been. Because I see this being one of those things where there's a big difference now that, like, I can get a lot more rounds of Arena done than somebody who doesn't have a sigil, because I don't have to go through all the load screens. This could massively shake up Arena rankings for free-to-play players. As a matter of fact, it might completely knock free-to-play players out of the standings. Even with the new ranking system that went live, getting into that top 600, I think it is now, is not easy anyways. But if a person who's paying for their sigil can get through more rounds faster than you can, you're automatically at a disadvantage. I don't know, guys. Like I said, first off, I totally missed this becoming a new thing. But Great. Um, Love to see you joining in, and I'm glad you caught in early. I'm just talking about, I don't, as a matter of fact, I know you're free to play, so you wouldn't have seen the button if there wasn't an announcement, but I don't know if I missed the announcement or what, but there's a new button in the arena for people that have sigils. Um, that makes it so that you can skip all the load screens. Well, not like the load screens, but you can skip the end of fight in between stuff. Like you just saw there. Watch. It'll be another one of those things. At the end of the 3 fights, instead of having to click through everything, you just instantly come back to the champion select. You never even look at the rewards screen or where your standings are or where your streak's at, any of that type of stuff. And I was just thinking about the fact that, first off, the fact that I somehow missed this announcement. If this was announced as a new thing, um, but I see this being one of those things that it's definitely going to put free to play players at a disadvantage. If I can get through more rounds faster than you can, it's easier for me to get a higher rank, even if I'm losing rounds, because I can rebuild up my streak faster than you can maintain yours. Um, and I can understand, Arena is one of those modes that it's kind of dropped off for some people, especially with Battlegrounds being a thing and everything. But at the same time, if you're going to go unit farming, there still isn't a better mode in the game to build up your units than Arena. It's also one of the better modes to be able to boost your gold on a consistent basis. So I mean, it doesn't lose that advantage by any means, but if you are doing it to chase champions, um, yeah, that's where I see the problem being. They put in a way to make it easier to get the champions by expanding the win pool, and then turn around and make it harder to get them without at least having a sigil. Um, I don't know. Kabam always does such mixed things. They really do. Like, these guys are sometimes just a dysfunctional relationship, by far. I mean, I love the game. I love the concept. I love having something Marvel related that I also have a huge community that I play with and enjoy spending time with. I all of that, but sometimes they miss the mark so much on where we are at as a community. And I know they're not the only game developer out there that can be said about. I know plenty of other game developers that just don't seem to pay attention to their community, even when they have a community relations department. Um, it's ironic, but so many things are. I don't know. So, Wasi, give me a second here. I'm going to get through a little bit of this arena, but I just reset my um, Battlegrounds deck if you're wanting to do a couple rounds tonight. So, so I'm glad you made it, Kyle. I know you were trying to get in to catch one of the live streams recently. And I do want to say I appreciate your subscription and your views and you stopping in to hang out with me tonight. I did do the crystal opening that'll be out tomorrow. We'll actually be dropping 2 separate crystal openings tomorrow. I'm going to let the 7 stars be their own thing. We're going to put those out probably first, and then drop the crystal opening I just did later on in the day tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Right now we are just shy of being able to do. Well, we're a little shy. There's no way we're going to be able to do 4, but we do have enough for 3. And we are a good chunk of our way into going after that 4th one. There is some shards standing out there right now in threat level 5 that I haven't gone after. And I know a few different things there that I haven't dealt with yet. But I've been trying to get several other things strangled up and get them around and make sure that we're making progress, both the channel personally and for my alliance. Yeah, arena points for the solo event, I get that. Few thousand short. I mean, that's not bad. I don't know if you've looked. I don't know where you're at, Kyle, on doing what threat level you're looking at. I popped off the express mode. Let's back up and turn that back on if we can. It's not going to let me. Okay. But there is 2,000 shards in the side quest for this month if you do threat level 5 the whole way. So that if that's an opportunity for you, I know with threat level 5 being bumped up to Paragon this month, it is a little bit more of a challenge. So totally understand if you're not going to be quite there yet, but don't feel like you are in any rush to get the 7 stars. I do commend Kabam that they did not put a bunch of duds in there, and that there are definitely champions that will be looking forward to trying to pull tomorrow. But nice, 12K. That puts you at enough for the first one, if because you do get those first 2 discounted ones. Are you looking to target somebody out of this particular pool? Are you thinking you want to wait until the next pool goes live before you go for your first 7? I know that is something else that's going to be a major decision for a lot of people, because there are so many great champions available in this. But at the same time, yeah, the new featured 6-star, is always nice to check and see what that batch is going to be. I haven't seen anything directly on who's going to be in that one yet. But it's still going to be one of those things. Like I said, I'm excited for you guys to see the Domino, Bishop, Overseer, Wiccan, Mantis, or Gore. Okay. Yeah. I mean, not a bad one in the lot there. I gotta go back and actually look. I know there's a couple of them in particular that Domino would definitely be a high target. I know she's going to be a highly sought after one for many people. Give me 2 seconds here, guys. I know I have notes on it. I put out the whole list at one point. This is the downside to how I organize things sometimes is I have notes for every single level. I have notes for my alliance. I have notes for everything that has come out that I want to make sure that I talk about on the channel. I haven't played Mantis yet, really. I need to. It's one of the other downsides to the depths of my roster at this point. I don't get a chance to play nearly as many people as I want to. And that's obviously that's my own choice. I can play whoever I want, but I can't level up whoever I want, because if I level up whoever I want, then maybe I don't have the resources for whoever I need. I swear I have this on a stupid list, and I am too far into the notebook. It doesn't matter, guys. Whatever. Sorry, guys. I was trying to look and see the 7-star list. I know I have it. We've all seen it. Hulk. I know I want Hulk. If I can get a 7-star Hulk, I'll be really happy. Trying to think who else. But, I mean, Overseer, obviously, Wiccan wouldn't be bad. Domino. Oh, yeah, that was killer, man. The Moondragon, like, I've heard some really good things. I've heard that she's actually going to be pretty valuable in some of the content that we're getting ready to face here on the channel. So I pushed her up a little bit today, and we're going to push her up some more over the next week or so when we get the next level up. Always got to watch the resources. Oh, yeah, duh. Yeah, Wasi, I'm having a moment. Thank you for reminding me. It's one of those things. You get so used to the idea that everything isn't live yet, and so that means that I've got to keep the notes on things. I've got to keep everything straight. And, well, it's also the fact that, well, when you get in your 40s and you're working 80 hours a week, your brain gets a little mushy sometimes by the end of it or the beginning of it, whatever this ends up being every week. But that's also why I spend Sunday nights with you guys. That's also why I also don't do my best gameplay by the time we get to this. Which is funny, because as soon as I get done with this tonight, I'm going to log off of here. I'm going to have some dinner, and then I'm going to record some more gameplay so that I can put it out to you guys this week. But I do pretty good about keeping the focus and everything. I take the breaks that I need to. I think that's one of the things that is really important. The only time that I didn't necessarily take the breaks that I needed to was when I did that ungodly epic run against the Grandmaster. We did take breaks throughout that fight, but that was definitely a set this down and come back in 3 hours type of thing. We just didn't have the time. I didn't. I got... but that's also why the part of the reason, especially going in there cold and everything else, not having warmed up on it like I advise that people do. Huge disadvantage. But it's worth it. Okay, so let's look here. America Chavez would not be bad, but honestly, let's just talk about who I would want top of the list. Domino is definitely. Falcon, definitely. I know I'm going to get some crap for this, but Hawkeye would not be somebody that I would be offended to get as a 7-star. Hulk. Um, Mantis. I gotta work with her. I gotta see. Um, Venom. Venom and Overseer. Probably, I think that's my list right now. It would be Venom, Overseer, Hawkeye, Hulk, and Domino and Falcon. Now, that being said, after Spider Man's rework, I don't know that there's really a dud choice in this batch. I know some people that are phenomenal with Gamora. Titania, yeah, she's fun. Venom or Mysterio are definitely, like I said, I think Venom is definitely a high end pull, and especially, I there's gonna be somebody that's gonna do 2 or 3 crystals and dupe one of their first pulls. Will it be me? No. No, no, I do not expect that in any way, shape, or form. So I fully expect between the 3 crystals, we are getting 3 champions. Um, I think Joe Fixit would probably Joe Fixit, Mangog, and Terrax would probably be the 3 that I would want to open the least. Um, None of them being bad. None of them being anybody that I would be completely offended to have amongst my roster. But comparatively to who else is in the pool, I don't think that would be the 3 that I would. Those would be the 3 I would least want to pull. Now, I do think it is an advantage that I have, and it's definitely an advantage for anybody who has a lot more than I do to be able to be going into this. Hey man, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. Appreciate you stopping in for the live stream. I do think it's an advantage for anybody that's going in with at least 3 or 4 crystals to pull right off the bat. Yes, I will be Paragon before July 4th. July 4th will be Paragon deals. We will do a massive opening. It will blow away what we did for the Gwenpool Bubble Bobble store, but we are going to do that for July 4th, and it will be Paragon deals. Yeah, I mean that's one of the nice things is that's part of the reason why, like I said, I wouldn't be offended to pull Hawkeye, because I know he's not going to be everybody else's first choice by any means, and I'm not saying he'd be the best champion that I could pull, but he did a lot of work for me through Uncollected myself. The power control, the bleed, he there's uses there. Plus, on top of that, he has some phenomenal synergies with some of my 6 stars that I also already use. So I think that's where I look at him a little differently than I know some people are going to look at him. Hulk, obviously, especially since his rework, we pull a Hulk and Overseer, and it's game on. So I know Wasi is Paragon. Kyle and Chief, where are you guys at? You guys Paragon yet, or where are you guys at in your progressions? we've got both the Paragon, and we're going for Paragon on the channel here. We will have that achieved before 4th of July. We are going for Cavalier on the backup account, and that will also be done before 4th of July. As a matter of fact, I knocked out several levels today that we are preparing for to get edited and commentated so that we can get those out. Really excited for those. There's definitely some difference in my gameplay from some of our earlier stuff. So that's going to be interesting for a lot of people on the channel to see. These are a little different. I don't necessarily get a show as great when I'm doing these, because half the time I'm trying to talk to you guys and pay attention to what you guys got going on as well. And especially when I run up against a champion that can walk through me, I have to be a little bit more careful. But that is also something that I am working on getting better at, just because of the fact that after 4th of July, I'm not quite for sure when we're thinking about it, but I know that there is some discussion of a new account challenge at some point. I'm thinking probably early fall. Maybe September or October, kind of depends. I want to pick a really good event that we can just pull a ton out of and make it worth, seeing what it would be like to become a new player during. I think that's always one of the better ways and times to do it. Yeah, that's one of the things that I know holds up some people, is getting those 3 rank 4 6 stars to flip over to Paragon. I'm hearing repeatedly from everybody that 7 is so much easier than 6 is, and that if you've already got 1, you're doing okay, but you really need to have at least 2 rank 4s when you go in there, so that you can immediately get the resources to tip over to that 3rd rank 4 and actually get the title. The nice thing has been, the last couple months, there's been some really good events for being able to get the rank up materials. It is harder if you're free to play. I understand that. That is also one of the downsides to knowing that 4th of July is what it is, knowing that the Cyber Weekend stuff and Christmas stuff is always going to be what it is, but those random events throughout the year end up being just so phenomenal. You can't plan for the units for those as well unless you're already somehow just grinding so much that you're setting on 20,000-30,000 at all times. But let's be realistic. Most of us do not have enough time to give to this game to push 20,000-30,000 units a month, because that is a lot of arena. As a matter of fact, even some of the best YouTubers I've seen out there over the years, Prof. Hoff being one of them, 30,000 units, the amount of time that I've watched him spend in the arena, he says it himself, he sells his soul. Yeah, I mean, Wassie's been pushing 8 real hard, and he's helped a couple people that I know of start pushing on it as well. That is the biggest pain about it is once you get to that point where you are searching for the resources, are they there? they're so limited on certain places that you can get those from. And it's is that the content you want to be working on right now or not? Obviously, you can get certain things from the monthly quest every month. You get some decent opportunities from side quests on really good months, which we have been privileged enough to have for the last couple of months. But it's still a trickle effect. If you're not willing to spend your life in the arena, it's an interesting balance. I really do think so. So, hey man, welcome to the channel. Nice to see you stopping in for the live stream. Yeah, I know that at the beginning of the summer or at the November are going to be the best times to start a new account. But with everything we've got going on for the main account, I don't see me being able to get everything in place to also do the new account challenge. So what I was saying is I know there's a chance that either September or October they'll give us a bait event, trying to eat up everybody's units, where there's something just phenomenal if you're willing to build up the units for it, because they want everybody spending once we get to Cyber Weekend. So I was thinking that either September or October, when whatever bait event that they put out there comes out, that'll be a decent chance to see if we can't, over a week or so, just progress an account as far as possible during a big drop. Um, I heard. Let me see. I've got one thing I can look at real quick. I swear I heard Shang-Chi does not need to be awakened. He does get benefit from being awakened, but he is one of those out of the box champions that can do quite a bit without the awakening, if I remember right. I just recently picked him up myself, so I have. He's another one I didn't bother to go hardcore into learning what he was going to be about, just because I didn't have him. Um, I'm gonna have to do a walkthrough on Aunt May here sometime in the next few weeks. There's a couple of things that I've been talking about doing with some people in the background as far as some benefits for the community. Hey John, how's it going? Welcome to the live stream. He does. If you've got 4 generics, you wouldn't be wasting one on him. But yeah, Wasi confirmed it there, and I knew he would for me. He benefits, but it's not necessary. But if you're setting on 4 and you don't necessarily have, 2, 3 other champions that you're definitely thinking that you want to give them to, giving him one of them and still having 3 for if you pull somebody that's necessary, like a Nick Fury, somebody like that, Archangel, whoever. I mean, you still wouldn't be in a bad spot because you'd be setting on him. Yeah, he's a good rank 4 candidate. Um, honestly, right now I kind of put out a survey, or actually, I don't think I did. I know I put out a survey on awakening gyms. Still kind of debating those, but at the same time, I'm seriously debating my fifth rank 5 myself. I have 4 already. I just don't. I have so many really good choices, but so few resources. And I know that's going to change. Obviously, we're already starting to see an increase in chances to get resources. And I know 4th of July there will be a ridiculous amount of resources, and if we're going to spend anyways, we're gonna knock it out of the park. So I know that I will end up with a killer amount of rank 5s by the time that we get to 4th of July. So it really should not be that big of a debate on who waits and who gets it. But knowing that it's only going to be one of them, I have too many good choices. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, yeah, I knew I was going to lose to Kitty trying to read what you were saying. Um, just came back after a few years away. I have 4 and 5 stars with level 50 account on 5-1. It's a good idea to re-roll. I see level 30s with 6 stars. No, honestly, just keep going, man. You're fine. The big change over the last couple of years has been how easy it is to pick up shards. How easy it is to, you'll end up with a few 6 stars in no time, honestly, especially if you're with an active alliance. I mean, there has been some change up to alliance rewards and stuff like that, but you can still rack up the 6 stars in absolutely no time. If you've got some decent 5 stars that you can continue to move through Act 5 with, you're even better. Go ahead and push that account. One of the biggest benefits you have of the account is being level 50, because the problem you're going to run into, and the problem that a lot of people are running into that have started later, is the fact that catalyst storage, item storage, these become a real big factor, because a lot of people, they'll go to level up a champion and they don't have enough storage to even have as many catalysts as you need. But yeah, I mean, totally. I there's no reason to walk away from your account if you've already put time into it. You can easily pick this game back up and get back onto progressing. There are a lot more opportunities out there. As MBK says, the side quests are just absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, I wouldn't know anybody that has a storage issue with Catalyst, Wasi. Nobody who's progressed through the game overwhelmingly far and it can't level up some of their champions because they don't have enough storage. Let me know if you've ever seen anybody run into that problem. But yeah, being level 50, if you continue progressing, use some XP boost, continue to get yourself up to level 60, which will naturally happen as you are progressing through Act 5 and into Act 6, as well as you'll naturally be able to see a lot more 6 stars over that. There are so many chances to get 5 stars on a regular basis now. 4 stars, everything else. It is not hard. Get yourself into an active alliance again, even if it's not a hardcore alliance. You don't necessarily have to get into an alliance where they're commanding you who to level up, or they're pushing you to do map 7 and 8. You can get into a map 4 alliance, and you will see 6 stars in no time. How many 7-star shards am I sitting on right now? 42,000. I have enough for 3 day one 7-stars right now, and we will be working on the. Or are we at 42? I know we're well into it. We're over 40. I know that. Give me a second. I'll double check that. We looked at it just a little bit ago, so I shouldn't be forgetting. But like I said, we will have 3 day one tomorrow. And oh yeah, Nimrod and Havoc. I mean, right there, that's enough reason not to walk away from your account whatsoever. Havoc has some great synergies. If you happen to get yourself your hands on Wolverine and Havoc synergize really well together. But he will do a lot of work, and Nimrod is a god tier champion. So go ahead, keep pushing. Yeah, that's one of those things. It used to be one of those things that it took forever to get 5 and 6 stars, but that is something that has changed dramatically. I'm not going to do those 7 stars live tomorrow, but we are going to have them out on the channel. Yeah, 42, almost 43,000. I was pretty sure I was right on that. We're going to do 2 crystal openings tomorrow. One of which has already actually been done and recorded. I'll have it out tomorrow. That's the weekly crystal opening. And then at noon, as soon as that one, as soon as they're live, I'm going to go ahead and pop the 3 of them and put them out onto the channel. So stay tuned for that. I'm really excited for it. Gotta claim these because we now express button. Yeah, I like I said, I'm really excited. I wish everybody luck on their first 7-star pull. No matter if it's tomorrow, a month from now, or 6 months from now, whenever you get to your first 7-star, I hope that you get somebody that's worth it. I said it when we were looking them over. I think it is hard to find a champion that is not worth it right now. Obviously, as the pool gets deeper, we're going to end up with Kamala Khan and Groot and champions that you don't want to be pulling in that batch. They're just not going to leave them out forever. And I don't see them waiting until those champions get a rework to make them 7-stars. We know at the same time, if we ever see 7-star Hercules, plan that Kabam announces 8 stars the next day. That's my opinion, and I pretty much guarantee it. I feel we'll probably see 7-star Hercules about the same time as we see 6-star Quake. Because Kabam swears that they break their own game with their own champions, which to a point they do, but at the same time, give me the champions I want. 7K 7-star shards right now, hopefully getting enough soon. Yeah, John, we talked about that a little bit ago. If you're up for threat level 5 this month, there is another 2,000 in there. So always a possibility there for pulling 2,000 of those 3 that you need for that first one. But again, there's no rush, and honestly, I think the current 7-star pool we're probably going to be looking at for probably at least 2 or 3 months before they add anything additional to it. I could see maybe 4th of July, maybe for July we get another addition to it, but I guarantee we won't get anybody added to the pool in June. I see it for July just because of the fact of the July 4th deals. It gives that more FOMO for people buying the deals, trying to get 7 stars, because that is going to be one of the bigger things. Um, but I don't know how long it's going to be before they expand the pool, and they even said during the live stream that the featured 7 star is going to be um, a minute out or so. Yeah, we could see the Titan crystals in July, but I don't know. I could see them getting held off until fall. To be truthful with you, I could see those being the big ticket item for um, Cyber Weekend. Um, just because 7 stars are still going to be so new that I think even without the Titan crystals that they can still just by expanding the pool with an extra 6 to 12 champions, they can push a ton of 7 star shards into the community. Guys, this is ridiculous. I gotta say, okay, we started off the live stream here talking about how much this express button changes. Okay, I've been live for 45 minutes. We bounced out of arena 2 or 3 times. Good night, man. Thanks for stopping in. Uh, definitely stay tuned for the crystal opening tomorrow. I appreciate all the views and the subscriptions, guys. 100%. Get some rest. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you back next time, truly. Um, but what I was saying there is we started off talking about how much this express button changes. Just looking at the fact of how quickly I just knocked out hitting rank rewards for the biggest arena. Um, yes, I have an extensive roster. Yes, I have leveled up champions. Yes, I have advantages as far as that goes. But cutting out all those loads and all the information screens, um, I think that's a game changer for the difference between somebody who even just pays for a sigil every month and somebody. Yeah, okay, 900K, and you were doing AQ in the middle of it. Okay, maybe I'm taking it a little too far. Maybe it won't be as much of a change as I think it is, but I'll be interested to see. I really will. I want to see how much. If we see a huge drive up in the top arena scores, I think that will be the message. Thanks, John. I appreciate you stopping in, and I absolutely appreciate you saying you like the videos. I will keep bringing more to you guys. I am doing my best to make sure that they are getting better all the time. That is my commitment, is that the channel and my gameplay continue to get better with every video so that you guys have more and more to enjoy. I appreciate every one of you. I truly do. You guys have no clue how much I am absolutely loving our community. I always have. I knew we had a strong community long before I decided to bring the channel up and running. But bringing the channel up has just expanded that community even more so. And I want to thank everybody. Okay, so I'm playing this one-handed right now, but it's Hercules, so I'm still going to win. Watch. Yes, I know this is being wee bowling cocky real quick, but it's a stupid match, guys. Um, if I would have lost that one, I would have been embarrassed. So, but yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. Uh, Really, I clicked the button before I meant to because it's this advanced click through stuff. Um, oh well. Using rank 5 champions for the first round of arena is probably a complete waste, to be truthful with you. But I'm just trying to get through the points. Um, yeah, it is also one of those things that is nice as I'm going through and doing some of the Cavalier videos. Um, the backup account does not have anywhere near the champions that the main account here does. And what I do have, it, they're not ranked up, man. They're just not. They do not compete in any way, shape, or form to what I have over here, with the exception of maybe one or two champions. Um, Obviously, my I think my apocalypse is bigger on this account, but I think Aegon is bigger on that account. Um, Probably the only champion that I can say definitely stacks up 100%. So as we're going through and working through 5-3, um, it's getting back to basics. It's getting back to skill levels and stuff. Um, the nice thing about it is as I'm working through that, I don't have to worry about the nodes as much so, and I can do a lot. Hey Chris, great man. I'm glad you made it for a live. I know a lot of people have been trying to lately, and it's really exciting that everybody is happy to try and catch me on a live. I do them every Sunday night. We will eventually get to more nights of the week that we do them, but right now I work 6 nights a week, so I set I set Sunday nights aside every week just for you guys. It is it's my passion, it's my love. I absolutely love coming out here and playing some arena and talking about things, talking about some of the changes to the games, talking about what I'm looking at doing on coming up, talking about what you guys are excited about, seeing where you guys are in progression, getting to talk to people that are just getting back into the game and needing some help. Um, that's another thing, guys. Keep that in mind. I do run 2 different alliances depending on where you are at in progression level on the game. If you're looking for um, ever a chance to, if you're looking for a home to hang out with, and depending on what you're looking for, I might have something open for you guys. So feel free to reach out to me on that. And yeah, man, I will. In game, I have to be careful about who all I accept. I do try and accept everybody. I kind of have to flush out the friends list occasionally just because it's limited. Anybody that ever wants to add me on line chat is more than welcome to. Feel free, because I do not have a limit on the number of people that can add me on there. It is the same as the backup account. It's WolfDT269. So feel free to add me on there anytime you want. Reach out to me in game. I'm always willing to help. I'm always willing to talk to you guys about what's going on. I've had some people reach out to me on Facebook as well. I had a community member reach out to me from New Zealand, and we worked on his account, looked over a few things, and got him progressing so that he could move on to Cavalier. Which I was really happy to do. Like I said, we've got the Cavalier series coming out. We got the first 2 videos live on the channel right now. We will have the 3rd one out this week as well, and we will have the 2nd and 3rd levels of Paragon out as well, because we are doing pushes on those on the main account here. While we are doing the Cavalier push on the backup account, I want to get both of them to their next progression before 4th of July. Uncollected, I definitely don't want to be setting it uncollected when 4th of July comes around on the backup account. Not that that account, I don't spend, outside of occasionally once every few months I'll get the sigil, and occasionally I'll get the monthly unit deal. But I mean, we don't buy the daily crystal deals. I rarely ever buy units on that account. Almost, it's definitely not a free to play account, but it is definitely not a spend account by any means. It's a lot closer to what I used to do with this account before the channel. Not quite to where I did with this account, because this account I never missed a sigil. That was one thing I will tell everybody that ever asks me: if you're gonna spend money on the game, be it through a gift card, be it through rewards points, or be it through actual money, the sigil is probably the best value in the game. The only other thing that I could say is even comparable is the $5 deals, especially depending on where your progression level is. Those deals can be absolutely phenomenal. You guys see me pull some great things out of them every week on the crystal openings. This week will not be an exception. Honestly, it will not be. I'm pretty happy with some of the stuff that we picked up this week, and I'm looking forward to you guys getting a chance to join me for that opening tomorrow, as well as, like I said, we'll be opening the 7 stars in a separate video tomorrow, so we'll have 2 live on the channel by tomorrow evening. One will get dropped early afternoon, and one late afternoon, early evening tomorrow. And then, like I said, we're going to get back to the progression on the different series. And I have a couple other things that, like I said, I'm working on getting out. The idea kind of got thrown towards me, and I really think the idea of a counters guide, not necessarily, who beats who type thing, but more so, there's plenty of infographics out there that you can find, or at least there used to be a lot of them. Now they're a little bit more hit or miss in the community on who. Okay, okay. Give me just a second. But who is immune to what? And so I think we're going to look at doing maybe a series around that. So let me collect this, because apparently we got some titles knocked out of the way. Cosmic Arena Battles. Good thing I knew that was going on at the moment. And I have enough time to finish up the last of these. Wasi, you said you're good on those, so let me collect this, and we will head over and do a couple rounds of Battlegrounds before we call it a night, so that I can get back to pushing levels, so that I can have those ready to go out over the next couple weeks. So let's go ahead and jump in here, and got a lot of good friends on right now. Let's go ahead and confirm. Wasi, I sent you an invite. If I'm a little too quick on that, let me know. I'll cancel it and you can send me one. So I haven't fully reworked the deck to include everybody that we talked about. But ooh, I'll give you APOC. Yeah. But I did change up the deck a little bit from last weekend. So we'll see what we look at here. I'm sure you're going to have a few things that you'd like to say about not letting me have. Ooh. Oh, that was mean. Archangel and Iceman, and you took out a thing from defense. Ooh. Um, yeah, okay. I guess I wasn't any nicer. Okay. Definitely, if you're gonna go that way, we're gonna go that way. So everybody, how's everybody doing on the side quest? Has anybody progressed all the way through threat level 5 yet? Have you gotten multiple threat levels done? How's it coming? Yeah, I knew you wouldn't be happy about me taking away Nimgod. uh, but you took away Archangel and Iceman. Like, man, you took them both away. um, let's give you APOC. I know you did. uh, he'll get into a round. We'll probably do 2 or 3 of these before we call it for the night. But yeah, I'll make sure he gets into a round for you. I about let you keep your Nick Fury because I missed him, but then I caught him. Um, I almost took your APOC away, and I know how much that would have hurt APOC and Nimgod out at the same time. Like, oh. I am having fun with Infamous Iron Man. I have, guys, I've had so much that I've been trying to work on that I haven't gotten to play with all of my new champions nearly as much as I want to. Hercules being the exception because he pretty much got immediately thrown into Alliance Quest. But I need to work with some of these guys a little more, get used to them, figure out the tips and tricks on them. But that is also reason why at some point I think what we're gonna do is do a champion showcase type of series. Yeah, I can do a friendly with you. Let's see. Remind me what your username is in game, and I will. You can definitely get in on one of these. Let's see. No. That's one of the things I try and do for these live streams is I'm always looking at ways to get a chance to play with you guys. Obviously it's nice to have everybody, playing along with me. But if you guys ever want to do incursions or battlegrounds or anything, I'm. That's what these live streams are for. Is so that I can have a chance to talk to you guys, so I can have a chance to do game modes with you guys, so that we can just really hang out. Um, so After Wasi and I get done with this match, um, I'll let you send me an invite to a friendly, and I'll go directly into one with you. Wasi and I can touch up anytime. And it will be great because at some point his champions will stop kicking my champions' butts. Uh, now, mind you, that was me. I definitely tossed that one. I knew Aegon was not going to handle Null. No ramp up, no nothing else, and yeah. Okay. Yeah. Give me just a second. Wasi, you caught me on that one, right? I'm gonna jump over and do one with Chris, and then I can always jump back and do another one with you if you want me to. Thank you, man. Yeah, it was a good one. Eventually, I'm going to get you. Let's see. Do I have you on the backup account or do I have you on here? Um, I do have you on here. Yep. You got to be on and live, man. If you jump on the game, then we can totally do a battleground match. But I gotta have you live before I can invite you. So, or actually in game, I should say. Um, I see my buddy Cisco. I see a bunch of my alliance mates are all in right now, which is lovely. I see an alliance mate from the other alliance is currently on right now. But Chris, I don't see you in at the moment. So I will give you a few minutes, and if you want to get on, I will definitely do a friendly match with you. If not, I will probably do one more with Wasi and then call it an evening. So let me know where you're at, man. Like we you coming around? We good? Like um, I will give you another 2 minutes. If not, like I said, I'm gonna have to jump in with okay, there we go, man. Sorry, not trying to be impatient by any means. One of the downsides to the lag between the stream and um, which I have set purposely, but well, no, no, and definitely no. Thank you for playing. Let's see what you do to me. No Nick, no Immortal Hulk, and no Apocalypse. Okay. Um, Nobody ever wants me to have Nick. Yeah, I saw that. This is gonna be. I don't expect this one to be much easier than the matches with you, but I pulled off more interesting ones, and let's go there. Getting a lot of diversity into the roster this time, so I can deal with just about anybody. Um, what are we going to look at for these last couple ones? Not a lot of I know a lot of people that are high on Spot right now. Um, I got one guy that is actually the father of one of our alliance members who has a maxed out Spot, rank 5, and he sent me some pretty sick gameplay on it at one point. Um, I know he can be a pain, that's for sure. Let's start with Ultron. Yeah, okay, so you could throw him out there at me right off the bat. So let's see who I want to give. Let's try Hulk against him. Where are you gonna go? I mean, you definitely have some answers here. Kingpin. Okay. I don't know if that's where I would have went, but I know a lot of people that play really well with Kingpin. I just like to beat him up. Um, but there was that long time period that Kingpin was boss for Alliance Quest, and though I don't do it perfectly, I have great rhythm with him, and I can bait that special one so well that he slips from my wayside quite often, and Spot just handed it to me. Okay. Um, yeah, I told you he's a pain. Definitely understand why you have him ranked up. I also definitely understand why you have him in the deck. And I can see why you went with Kingpin versus mine Ultron as well. Um, Good round, man. Like, yeah, you definitely handed it to me on that one, and I totally give you props for it. 100%. Let's see. Infamous Iron Man on defense is probably going to be a little interesting. I haven't looked. What is Chris's Battlegrounds rank? Can I see? After we get done with the match, I will check that. Because I know I can go look at the history and see it. I know my Battlegrounds rank is crap right now because I haven't been playing Battlegrounds. Um, I love Battlegrounds. I think it is one of the greatest things that they've added, especially with the Battlegrounds store. I just have not been playing because I have 90 million other things to do, and Battlegrounds is not my first priority for the channel at the moment. So, Battlegrounds has unfortunately slipped the wayside, and so has Arena outside of Sunday nights. Which sucks because I really want 3 stars of every champion out there. I kind of like 4 stars of every champion out there too, but some of those may take a little more work. I do have that collector syndrome. I want every star level of every champion, and it slightly annoys me that there are so many 2-star champions that I cannot get my hands on. I wish there were more ways to get the 2-star exclusive champions. Though I will fully admit that I do not take nearly as much advantage of my insider rewards as I should, because that would actually help with that. I need to get back on top of that. For anyone who is not aware, there is the insider rewards for anybody who lives in the United States or Canada. I know through a few sources that there was a point in time that Europe and Asia were not allowed to get them. But basically what it is you get points for completing different difficulties of the monthly event quest, and you can turn those points in for energy refills, revives, potions, 3 and 4 star versions of champions, and even there is a small bundle that you can do that will get you 2-star versions of champions that are not in any of the crystals. So if you have never done those before, check them out. They are a huge advantage. And Chris, that was a phenomenal match. I commend you 100% for handing it to me, and I feel very lucky that I took round 2. So thank you very much. I appreciate it, and I hope I did not embarrass myself overwhelmingly in our first match together. Let's see. Can I see history? I know it's on here somewhere. Not what I'm looking for. Chris, are you still on? Oh, you're platinum. Okay, great. I appreciate you saying something, because yeah, I'm bad at fighting some of these things. I know they're here. Oh, it's right there. Yeah. Okay. I thought it actually says in there, but apparently it doesn't. But yeah, guys, honestly, it's been a great live stream. I am going to actually call it for the evening. I want to get some dinner in me, and I want to get a few more levels cranked out tonight, so that we can get some of the Paragon going, and also get the get some more levels pushed out for Cavalier on the backup account, so that I have them ready to get edited for the channel. Like I said, this is my one evening off, so I try and make as much of it as I possibly can. But I want to thank everybody. I really do. We've had so many people stop in. Thank you, Kyle, for stopping in. I appreciate you. Wasi, Chris, John, MBK, everybody who has stopped in and watched tonight, everybody who's joined, everybody who's commented, everybody who has liked and subscribed. I appreciate every one of you guys. The channel is growing overwhelmingly. I can't thank you guys nearly enough. There is no words to describe how grateful I am for every one of you, and how much I am glad that you guys are enjoying the content I'm putting out. Again, just that reminder, I will have two crystal openings tomorrow, one for the weekly and one for the brand new 7 stars. We will have the Paragon series and the Cavalier series alternating for out throughout the rest of the week, and we'll cover anything new that comes up in the game during that time as well. And as always, we will be live on Sunday evenings. So I want to thank every one of you guys for stopping in, and I will see you guys for the next one. Peace out.